and welcome everyone to a new YouTube video where I will be talking about Surge, something that I don't think anyone has ever seen before. Basically, DeFi reformed, revamped, reimagined everything. The way they've rebuilt this entire system of what they're going for and what they're building is absolutely insane. So what their goal actually is to create a truly decentralized cryptocurrency trading solution. So a lot of projects are building on the whole, you know, Pancakeswap or things like that, or even Uniswap router and things like that. And when they build these projects or make these things, there is a problem because when you're building these projects, eventually they do die, right? You see all of these fair launches, these massive raises, 500 to 1,000, 2,000 BNB. It dies. There's like 20 to 50K in liquidity. Where does it go? Where does that go? That obviously goes into the developer's pocket or whoever owns the project after it dies. Like, let's say in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So, what is their solution? Surge solution is basically to have a smart contract where all of the dead liquidity is going to be added and used and can be reused later rather than, dealing with the whole Ponzi schemes or dealing with people that are buying into projects and it dies and then they pull the liquidity. This is another level of creating something that hasn't been done at all and is actually really new to the whole entire space. So they call this the phenomenon of dead liquidity, right? And that's going to go and keep on adding to Surge's liquidity as well. So this brings a new kind of idea to what they're creating and what they're trying to build. And what you do is you use their platform to buy and sell. And this is currently on Binance and currently on Ethereum. They just launched, like just launched. They're sitting around 170, 160K market cap. Everything is still pretty brand new. Their protocol has just came out. There's a lot of uniqueness to it and a lot of things that are going to be built, and I can't wait to talk about it. So basically, their ecosystem talks about how there's a swap, there's a charting system, and there is no advantage in terms of you can only interact through the blockchain. So you can't really snipe using this. You can't really do things like that. You can write to the B scan, or you can write to Etherscan to actually buy and sell. You can't be front run, and there is no trading fees. So usually when you do trade on Pancakeswap or Uniswap, you actually have a little tiny fee that's associated to it, 0.5% roughly, or something like that. In that sense, 80% there is no way to actually get that fee. So you're eliminating fees to a complete extent. So you're not having to deal with, Pancakeswap actually having that fee on you, and you're just being able to just buy direct amounts. And that sense, you're able to actually buy on an ecosystem where you're not getting robbed of your money. You're not getting, taxed. You're not dealing with an outsource of Pancakeswap or Uniswap actually taking money from you, even though, it's not relevant. So in that sense, you're having a new way to actually, build on, and people can build their projects on the Surge ecosystem, and they will also be able to do that as well, right? So if you think about it, this is really cool that they've created something so unique and like to another level where you have the ability to actually have something where people can build tokens on the Surge protocol and be able to benefit from them, right? What I mean by that is basically, as you see here, the ecosystem. For more convenient user experience, the Surge team will provide free dApps to users of the ecosystem. So people that do build and they do plan on experiencing things like that, they'll actually be a part of getting dApps, right? And being able to interact and use their blockchain explorer. So that's amazing that they're creating something so unique. So let's go more into the white paper. So as you see here, this here is the solution of what they're trying to create, right? You can see that they've raised 500 million in one day, and that's generating 1.5 million in trading fees. 1.5 million. And that's for zero point 0.3 per trade. So you can see that they're taking away this much, but in essence, what Surge Protocol is doing is actually eliminating that, right? So in that sense, they're actually reducing it to so much that it can actually be used as money because you're taking money from investors. Do you really think that that's going to actually, build more investors, more volume in the market when developers and things like that are just taking from the actual market? In a sense, it's better to have the money floating so that everyone can trade, buy, sell. And that sense, they're able to actually, partake, and there's going to be more buy and sell going on, more volume on every project instead of, continuously giving it to one developer through dead liquidity or through taxes or through anything like that. So in that sense, that's what they're creating. They're creating something so nice that you can actually build onto, right? And it sounds so simplistic, but it's so unique and never done before. Just to show you how the chart's looking, you can see this is just launched. You can see you can actually check out the chart. This is very alpha, like very, very early stages of the project. It launched today, around 20 o'clock, and basically it had a big run up. We hit 240K market cap. Then of course it took a big sharp turn down. This was a stealth launch, by the way, so complete stealth. And then now you can start seeing it rise and slowly rise up. I think this is in a very early stage for a project that has just started. Moving into more details, basically there's no risk of front runs like I explained before. You don't need to approve to spend your tokens or to buy or sell anything like that. You're able to just buy and sell just like that. Project owners can launch their tokens, launch their project on the Surge ecosystem and pair their tokens with Surge. So in that sense, they're able to start without liquidity, without needing liquidity. You don't need to deal with pre-sales. You don't need to deal with people dumping on you. You can actually launch on the Surge ecosystem without adding liquidity. Liquidity is a big thing in terms of pre-sales, private sales, any type of raises. Everyone always raises money for the liquidity, and liquidity is the most important part, right? Because without liquidity, you can't trade. And that is what they created. They created something that is completely different and can't be used, like, not, I've never seen it done before. And that's what I feel like is amazing, right? And it makes it feel like it's completely brand new and strange, but I think that this is going to start being adopted more. When you see projects that start seeing the possibility and the potential that Surge has, and as it starts to rise, people are going to start building on the Surge network and Surge, protocol, right? Because you can start pairing with it, you can start developing, and you don't need to worry about liquidity pools. Let's say a project wanted to start trading and they wanted to have like 5% tax, 10% tax, just so they could start funding their project. They could launch on Surge, and through the transactions of their early development, they could start raising funds, and then they can move and add onto, Pancakeswap, or they can go to Uniswap, right? If you think about it, this could be like a jump start for projects to actually start off of and use this as a way to launch into other ecosystems or other platforms through this, right? So that is where I see as something that's really cool and what they've created. I know that this team has really developed well in the past in terms of projects, experience, and things like that. And that's where I see that they have the ability to do well. They only have 5% buy and sell, where 3% is going to the vault, and that vault is going to be used, per marketing and things like that. And then 2 is for the team itself. Now we're going into the roadmap. You can see that they're planning to launch it on ETH, which they have launched it on ETH. It's a little bit behind in terms of market cap, so it's still early to get in. There's a charting system improvements that they're working on. As you can see, the chart is very simplistic. Their swap is pretty simplistic as well. Listing on crypto assets such as CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, that's going to be a big one. Getting them in terms of the DEX rankings, because every single transaction you can actually have higher volume. The higher volume you have, the higher you raise on CMC. Then you can see their plan is to on ramp and off ramp from to fiat currencies, and then Genesis NFT collection that they're planning to create, and then expand to more blockchains, audit, and move into more things.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you put on the notification bells for more videos like this.